I give the floor now to Ambassador Alexander Horin from Ukraine. The floor is yours, Ambassador.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Director General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Ukraine aligns itself with the statement of the European Union and would like to make the following additional remarks. Ukraine notes with satisfaction an effective operation of the CWC as the only comprehensive multilateral treaty banning entire category of weapons of mass destruction, providing the verification system and promoting the use of chemicals for peaceful purposes. The international mission to remove and destruct serious chemical weapons program was unprecedented. This is the first time in a country's arsenal of weapons of mass destruction has been removed in such a way. The removal and subsequent destruction of the declared Syrian chemicals constitute a significant step towards complete and irreversible dismantling of the Syrian chemical weapons program. Mr. Chairman, recent events in the Syrian Arab Republic set us thinking about the urgent necessity to bind all international actors with the CWC obligations. The use of chemical weapons is not acceptable under any circumstances. We are deeply concerned about the use of chlorine as a weapon, as well as alleged use of mustard gas. Any use of sulfur, mustard, or other chemical warfare agents in the conflict is against Chemical Weapons Convention and customary humanitarian law. We welcome the decision that the OPCW fact-finding mission will continue its work on further investigation in this regard. We also welcome the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2235 on establishing a joint investigative mechanism of the United Nations and the OPCW to determine responsibility for the use of chemicals as a weapon in Syria. Mr. Chairman, like many other delegations, we attach particular importance to the timely and safe destruction of chemical weapons stockpiles accumulated by the possessor states. Ukraine wishes to underline that the total destruction of all categories of chemical weapons is a fundamental basis of the CWC. We urge all possessor states to continue with their efforts to complete destruction in the shortest possible time, in accordance with the decision of the CSP. Mr. Chairman, the current economic and financial situation affects all of us. We fully support the Director General's efforts in introducing further efficiency and cost-saving measures, ensuring the best use of limited available resources. This would allow the OPCW to absorb additional expenses within existing resources. In the current economic situation, everyone, including the OPCW, must be prepared to do more with less. In this regard, we welcome the draft program and budget of the OPCW for 2016. Mr. Chairman, universality of the CWC is an important factor to enhance its credibility and ensure irreversible character of chemical disarmament in global dimension. The OPCW member states already represent about 98% of the global population and landmass, as well as 98% of the worldwide chemical industry. Ukraine highly appreciates the efforts undertaken by the OPCW and the states parties to ensure universality of the convention. In this respect, we express our appreciation for the recent accession of Myanmar and Angola. Nevertheless, Ukraine expects that other states which still remain outside the convention would follow suit sooner rather than later. We believe that an active pace toward the universality of the convention has to be resumed. Mr. Chairman, since both chemical industry and science play a growing role in modern society, Proper implementation of the Convention by its state parties on the national level is of critical importance for its viability. We are pleased to note that implementation of basic obligations stemming from Article 7 of the CWC is being actively pursued. Ukraine, therefore, stands ready to endorse further recommendations to the conference in this regard. Ukraine has always displayed utmost responsibility in implementation of its obligations under the international treaties. The unconditional compliance with the CWC remains its priority list on arms control, disarmament, and non-proliferation policy of Ukraine. Mr. Chairman, the government of Ukraine actively cooperates with the OSCE Conflict Prevention Center in Vienna and OSCE Project Coordination Unit in Kiev, and with an active support of the international partners, especially the International Center for Chemical Safety and Security, ICCSS, in Poland, have developed an integrated program for chemical safety and security in Ukraine. The integrated program is a concrete response to meet the challenges of unauthorized access to toxic chemicals and their misuse and threats to critical infrastructure, and a visible example of joint efforts by Ukraine and the international community. We consider the integrated program is an important initiative in the broader context of Ukrainian integration with the European structures. It expands the forms of cooperation with partners from the European Union and European institutions in the field of chemical safety and security and protection of critical infrastructure and implementation of cooperation programs in security and economic areas. It will implement in practice the association agreement of Ukraine with the European Union. It will engage the international partners in a continued cooperation with the Ukrainian stakeholders and will enhance economic and trade relations. Mr. Chairman, at this session of the conference, we are addressing the issues that demand our close attention. The delegation of Ukraine is ready to cooperate fully with the delegations of other state parties and the OPCW Secretariat to do its utmost to work for the implementation of the important task of the organization aimed at complete elimination of the chemical weapons. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I would like to request that this statement be treated as an official document of the conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador.